This is the first one of a video blog that I'm putting out and see if it makes any sense to any of you. And I decided to call this series Life is What You Make It. And I'm calling it that because A, I think it's very true, and B, we all need to do things now to get used to the new way we're living, the new way we're going to be living, and to make the most of what we have. And I think in this time that we're in, hopefully on our way out of this worst time of this virus situation, coming out the other end, we're going to know that there's lots of changes in the way human beings in general think, feel, what we think is important in life. And up to now, you know, a lot of people have maybe not realised just what is important in their lives. But you can guarantee that these last few weeks, and after this is finished, people are going to be thinking a lot more about this, about really what is important, about should I have taken all those toilet rolls off the shelf and left people, you know, with kitchen roll or whatever. And, you know, things like this, and addressing these things for themselves. They've probably done it for a reason, you know, looking after their loved ones, thinking, you know, they don't want to be left in bad situations, and they've obviously done it for what they think is a good reason, obviously. But for other people, that's a very selfish thing to do. And so we all have to come to terms with the things we do in life, because at the end of the day, these are the things that make your life the way it is. Because life is what you make it. And little things, being compassionate in your day-to-day life, being loving towards animals, being caring towards other people. I mean, the caring to other people, you can see it all around at the moment, especially if you live like I do in a small village, a beautiful village, where so many people are saying, what can I do? What can I do to help? Is there anything you need? Is there anything I can do to help people get the shopping? And, you know, really, it's fabulous situation. And it's brought out the best in people. There's no question. So far, we haven't seen it bring out the worst in people, not here anyway. And hopefully that won't happen, because people will start to realise just what is important in their lives now. Being alive, for instance. Being able to go out. Being able to go for a long walk with your friends. Being able to meet your friends. Being able to meet your sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers. Being able to talk to people face to face. You know, I'm not a lover of this social media, and I've never really been into Facebook at all. And I know a lot of people love it. But for me, it just made people separate. And of course, you could say the same about lockdown. And thankfully, we got this fabulous, you know, medium of internet and Zoom and different things that we can use to put these messages across, to talk to loved ones, to talk to your grandchildren and your children, and those who are close and near to you in the heart. So we can do that easily now because we have all these technologies. And it's great, and it's better than nothing. But it doesn't take the place of being able to hold someone and hug them. Being able to come up to a loved one and go, oh, it's lovely to see you. And that is something that, you know, I think is really the most difficult thing in this period of time. Because as human beings, we need to feel loved, not just be loved. And a lot of people really need, I'm a very tactile person. Any girl who's in my radius will know that I love grabbing people and hugging them. And I know it's not politically correct anymore, but you know, all my friends, they all get a hug, male, female, doesn't matter. And you know, I'm a very tactile sort of guy like that. And it might not be politically correct anymore, but you know, I'm not really bothered about that. I just know how it makes people feel when you give them a loving hug and you give people a loving smile and you just touch someone when you talk to them in a loving way. Not in a funny way, don't get me wrong, in a loving way. And you all know what I mean by that. We've all been in that situation where you go, are you okay? And you put your arm up. Yeah, you put your arm onto the shoulder. Are you okay? What can I do to help? You know, it's those times where you need that touch, that feeling. So we're going to really realise that when we come out of this. And I wrote a blog the other day for one of my sites, and I nearly started it about the fact that I don't want to talk about it because I get so obsessed. But you know, when people are dying who you love, you really do want to touch them and hold their hand, especially if they're children. And this one thing out of all this has been handled, I think, so badly. If people want to die and die because their children are dying, they should be left to do it. And at least their last days together will be holding each other's hands. This is my view. And I know, you know, we're also thinking about saving people in the NHS and stuff. But I think long term, if this continued, it would cause big problems. And anyway, we're not going to go there any further. All right, because this isn't supposed to be a miserable chat. It's supposed to be a happy chat. And the reason I called it Life is What You Make It is because I put this on a blog somewhere else as well, but my dear friend, God bless him, Derek Akora, who passed away in January. He was a friend, and at one point he came to my mum and dad's house a few times, but on this one occasion, I remember him saying to my mum, he said, Minnie, said, that was her name, Minnie, he said, I didn't say Minnie, he said, Minnie, he said, life is what you make it. And at the time I thought, that's so true. You know, you can sit there moaning, miserable, oh, I can't get out. Oh dear, you know, I can't get out of the house. I'm stuck in here with the kids and the wife. And, you know, I can't go out for a beer. And I can't. Or you could go, what can I do while I've got all this time that I don't normally have because I'm too busy going out and meet me mates and having a pint and, you know, all these jobs I could do and all these things I could do for myself. Oh, I could listen to that meditation that Marcus has done. Or I could go and do those Tai Chi Qigong things, you know, and see if I could start something like that. Or I could go to a proper teacher and do that sort of thing, you know. So these are the sort of things now. We must make the most of this opportunity and make it a worthwhile time. Don't make it, you know, something to get miserable about. Because we're being given opportunities to do things like think about what that Marcus chap's talking about, you know. Life is what you make it, isn't it? You know. Or isn't he an idiot? What's he think? What is he on? You know. You could be thinking that it doesn't matter. If you think about it, Grace, that's all that matters. But think about the phrase and what it means to you. And what things in your life you feel you'd be better off maybe looking at and making a change that you could do now while you've got this time. Maybe things that you're thinking about for a long time that, you know, will change your life in some way. Maybe, you know, that's an opportunity for you to look into that in more detail. There's a lot going on, and it's up to us to make the most of it, to help, you know, by not going out and causing more people to get sick. Alright, we have to go out shopping, we have to go out for exercise, but just steer clear of people and stuff like that, and it's going to help immensely. Personally, I live my life in that way. Our whole family does. You know, life is what you make it. And our life is full of mostly happy, joyous days where we laugh and we joke, and we're very blessed here because unlike a lot of people who are stuck in flats and houses without gardens, we've got a lovely garden, we live in a beautiful village. We're very, very blessed, so I'm not taking that away from the fact that some people are not so lucky and find it a lot harder, so they really do need to get out into the air and do a bit of breathing and relaxation and stuff and make the most of that time they've got. And you know, I don't know how many other countries have done this, what they've done here. I know it's not coming through fast enough for people, and we've been given a great opportunity to have this time. If you get any way of getting money into the house to keep you fed and stuff, is we got this time to reflect on a lot of things in our lives, because our world is changing. Everything, you know, you'd have to listen to the next blog for the next bit, but our world is changing a lot, and we're right at the cusp of it changing now. So think about what this phrase is about. Life is what you make it. And try and put that into a bit of practice. You can really change things for you and your family and everyone around if you do this. Make everyone happier, including yourself. Make the most of things. That's my view. Anyway, take care everyone. Stay well. Stay safe.